Hello, this class is going to be focusing on the IT band. There's a full version of this class on my website if you want to do, an hour plus practice like this. For this one, have 2 blocks available. Don't need them, but I really like to have them here. I think it provides just a little bit more access. So if you do have them, 2 blocks towards the front of your mat, 1 on either side. You could also use books. You could also simply ignore the suggestion. It's not absolutely necessary. Come to your hands and your knees, tabletop pose, and first start to find some organic movement. Just starting to recognize how your body feels, shifting your hips and your shoulders and your neck. And then come back to that more neutral spine tabletop. Inhale, release your belly, lift up your hips, reach your heart forward into a cow pose. So I said cat because Phoebe came in. Exhale, press up into cat, arch your spine, bring your hips towards your ribs, press the mat away from you. Again, inhale, slither your heart forward into cow. And exhale, press up into cat. We'll take a cat-cow flow next. So keeping your shins parallel, send your hips back to your heels. Rise to your knees, slight back bend, maybe palms press, exhale, bow, come back to the modified triangles. Let your forehead drift toward the mat. Inhale, slither your heart forward, coming into cow once again with your belly descended. Exhale, press up into cat. We'll do this once more, send your hips back to your heels. Inhale, rise to your knees, palms lift, and then exhale, bow once again. Reach your heart forward, coming into a cow pose. Press back up into cat. And then come back down to neutral, tuck your toes and your hips back to your heels and lift your hips up toward the ceiling, downward facing dog. Take a little bit of time to find some movement, find some space. Another cat has wandered in. We'll see if she makes it on camera or not. All right, and then from this downward facing dog, inhale, drift the right heel toward the ceiling, tripod dog. Point the pinky toe down, even a little bit. Feel your left hip draw back. Starting to notice a little bit of that IT band stretch. And then on an exhale, draw your knee toward your nose. Place your foot between your hands toward the right thumb. Release the left knee down. Inhale, low crescent lunge, hanumanasana, arms lift. Pull the right heel toward the left knee. Maybe allow your hips to descend down. Then on your next exhale, frame your front foot. Bring your blocks in close to you if you'd like. We'll take an ardha hanumanasana, half splits. Send your hips back, flex through your right toes. Right knee doesn't need to be bent, but if you find your hips go way beyond your left knee, then wiggle the right foot forward. Bring the blocks in a little bit closer to you so your wrists can be below your shoulders. Inhale, lift up halfway. Notch the right hip crease back, and on an exhale, start to hinge forward. Again, maybe a little bend to the knee is beneficial. You can even draw your chin in toward your chest and notice where that stretch manifests. Unfurl your chin out, left hand to the outside of the right foot, little bend to the right knee. Lift up your entire leg, shift it over 6 inches or so that your right heel is in the same line as your left knee. Keep the toes flexed, inhale, lift up, exhale, hinge forward once again. You're gonna either go forward or even to the right, and you're gonna find that sweet spot in your IT band. So maybe angle the toes in different directions if you're having a hard time accessing this. I find it's pretty easy to find that sweet spot. And then again, you can drag your right heel alongside the mat. All right, come right back up. Left hand to the outside of the right foot, lift up the entire leg and place the heel in line with the right hip. Rebend. Oh, actually, keep the right leg extended. Left hand into the block or the mat. Right fingertips come up toward the ceiling. Half splits twist. Again, right hip is drawing back. Now exhale, release the right hand down. Rebend into the front knee. Set the blocks right back where you found them. Tuck the back toes, lift up the back knee. We'll take another low lunge twist here. We'll weight to the left palm, put your right fingertips up toward the ceiling. Thank you, Adelaide. And then spin all your toes away from you. Come onto the razor edge of the left foot. Lift your hips high for another IT bend stretch. Inner left elbow is pointing in front of you. On your next exhale, spin all your toes and your heels in the same direction towards the top of the mat. Low lunge. Step your right foot back to meet your left. And then knees up or knees down, lower all the way down to the mat. Keep your elbows in towards your rib cage. Untuck your toes, reach your arms back behind you, palms down. Locust pose. Reach your shoulders up and back, point your fingertips back, lift up through your inner thighs. And then exhale, release back down. Take your hands alongside your rib cage once again. Tuck your toes, lift up on your kneecaps. And then either pressing up through hands and knees or chaturanga, make your way up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg extends up toward the ceiling, long, straight, strong. Same as the other side. Ever so slightly point the left pinky toe down. Right hip crease draws back, lift up the left heel even higher. Exhale, draw the knee towards your nose. Place your foot between your hands toward the left thumb. Release right knee down. Anjanasana, low crescent lunge, arms lift. Allow your hips to descend while still scissoring your thighs toward each other. Exhale, hands plant down. Grab your blocks if you got them. Shift your hips back. Again, notice if you need to wiggle the left foot forward just a bit. Flex through your toes. Inhale, heart comes forward, left thigh is long. Exhale, hinge. And if you did some on the other side, maybe bring your chin into your chest. Notice where that manifests, affecting the back chain of your body. Then on forward, lift your chin right back out. Right hand to the outside of the left foot. Definitely take a little bend to your left knee. Lift up the entire leg. Move it to the right about 6 inches so your heel is in line with the right knee. Inhale, lift up, and then exhale, bow to the front or to the side, trying to access that sweet spot. Again, you might need to angle your toes in different directions to find that. A little love from up top, perhaps. Thank you, Adelaide. All right, lift right back up. Take your right hand to the outside of that left foot. Lift up the entire leg. Realign the heel with the hip. Right hand to the block or to the mat. Left fingertips peel up toward the ceiling. Half splits. Twist again. Long to the left side. And then exhale, release the left hand down. Rebend into the left knee. Take your blocks out. More, tuck your back toes. Lift up the back knee. More weight to the right palm. Left fingertips come up toward the ceiling. Low lunge twist. And then we're going to shake it up. Spin all your toes away from you. So you're on the razor edge of your right foot. Lift your hips high. IT bend stretch. And on an exhale, spin all your toes and heels back towards the front of the room. Left hand comes down. Step your left foot back to meet your right. High plank pose. Knees up or down. Lower all the way down to that. Keep your shoulder heads lifted. Untucked toes. Locust pose. Arms back. Palms down. Inhale. Reach up. Lift up through your inner thighs. Draw your chin in so you can get even longer. Lifting up to the back of your head. Exhale. Release it. Take your hand right back in towards your rib cage. Tuck your toes, lift up on your knees, and then lift up either through hands and knees or through chaturanga, up and back, downward facing dog. 2 deep breaths here. Then release your knees toward the mat. Untuck your toes, send your hips back toward your heels, and then slowly wind your way up to seated. Your head is less than to lift. Thank you for practicing with me.